Yes, and we are back running, and the show keeps running. So, recap real quick. We just talked about Odell Beckham being released from the Baltimore Ravens. We talked about Lou Holtz and Coach America Great Again podcast. Can't wait to see what that train wreck produces. Also, Ben Simmons, his second back surgery, he's done for the year. He's approaching his final deal with the Nets. Is this a good time for him to walk away? Maybe, maybe not. We're going to go from the association. Now we're going to go to college football, where things just got messy in the most heated rivalry in college football between the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Michigan Wolverines. Yep, now this one comes out of CBS Sports from Sheehan Jariah. The Michigan-Ohio State rivalry has added another intriguing layer, with the Wolverines hiring Ohio State's running back coach, Tony Alford. Bum. Yeah, if guys in Columbus didn't need a reason to go at Ann Arbor, now they have a bigger one. To the same position with the run game coordinator responsibility, Alford replaces Mike Hart, who will not return to Michigan staff under first-year coach Sharon Moore. That thing right there just got super ugly and messy, and is personal again right now. Ryan Day versus Sharon Moore is downright lethal at this point. I've covered both of them, the recruiting classes. We've covered defensive guys coming over from the Ravens. This thing is spun out of control. And now you have Alford jumping ship. There's one thing to play for somebody in another conference. There's another thing to go to an in-conference rival that you have a direct rivalry with. Now we'll definitely get more into this when we come back from a quick 20 from an unofficial sponsor of the show. This is Big Vern at App Stupid. Subway, eat fresh, refresh. Try the new Subway subs. Or you can get a foot-long churro, a sidekick. Or you can get a pretzel. Or you can get a cookie, a foot-long cookie. Subway, eat fresh, refresh. So when we jump back into the Michigan and Ohio State beef going on right now, and then Tony Alford jumping ship with the Buckeyes to go work for the Wolverines, Tony is an elite running backs coach who is an outstanding mentor and example for young men of all aspects of football life. Now, these are the words of Moore. Of course, he would say that. He would not also go on to say other things like, I know that he will have a profound impact on our running back room and football program. We are excited to have Tony and his wife, Trina. God, no, don't do that. I hate that. Whoever's writing these speeches for coaches, ADs, GMs, where they feel like they can invoke a coach's wife's name and start throwing kids out there, don't do that. Don't do that. That's not giving you any more cred. That's just gross and creepy. You're not going to meet these people more than maybe once or twice. You might meet them when they sign the deal. They'll have their kids and their wives and stuff like that. And then you'll meet these people around Christmas when you have some sort of Christmas, one of those Christmas parties or whatever like that, or alumni dinners. You're not going to be in close contact with these people. That's just weird. Alfred isn't just any position coach either. Yeah, he's had I'm talking about a slew of talent at Ohio State since 2015. And he served under both Urban Meyer and Ryan Day, helping develop some of the running backs in college football, being in the NFL draft. Now, Mayan Williams, how he falls in this spring is going to be another feather in his cap. I mean, he had the number one back that they recruited, and Travion Henderson, and Ole Miss transfer Quinshon Judkins. So he didn't leave the cupboard bare. He didn't leave Columbus in a bad way, but he left in a bad way because you went to an in-state rival, and trust me, I don't want to see that. That dude's got balls of steel, man. You did that to them. Oh my God. The Wolverines have boasted one of the nation's elite running back rooms of their own. Overall, in the past years, headlines, unanimous All-American in college football, playoff national champion MVP Blake Corum. Again, I can't overstate this enough that you not only left to join the enemy, an in-conference rival, and a team that beat you the last 2 years, you did it when Michigan really didn't need you. And I think I'm going to say the quiet part out loud. Michigan did not need you, bro. You can't have that mentality. That's the same reason why Kevin Durant caught all of the flack from joining the Golden State Warriors when just a year ago, they were on the verge of eliminating Golden State from the Western Conference Finals in basketball. And when he showed up to Golden State, they did not need Kevin Durant. But it helps. Oh my God. Touted running back Donovan Edwards returns to his school in 2024 with the senior Kalel Mullings providing depth. The Wolverines also added 4-star recruit Jordan Marshall and the number 12 running back in the class of 2024. So again, Michigan's got weapons. They're not pleading poverty. It's not like he's inheriting a bad room. He's coming into a great situation that he feel like he can make better. However, you got to look at the folks in Columbus in the eye and wonder why they feel this way about you. Oh my goodness. And just if you haven't been a part of the Ohio State-Michigan rivalry, just you watching it on TV, that is nothing. I've been in Columbus and watched this thing unfold, on maniac levels, to the point where the whole town stops. Columbus goes dead anytime Ohio State's playing. And it's at Ohio State. Oh my God. And my son is a diehard. He's the youngin'. He's the last of the Bambinos. The kid isn't even 13. And he told me his whole thing was to beat Michigan. That's how deep that fandom runs. You've got a kid who isn't even 13 who's calling his shot. I'm not going anywhere near this one, man. Under Alford's watch, Ohio State's running back room has consistently been one of the best in college football. He joined the national champion room led by Ezekiel Elliott, and then he coached him to All-American honors. Amici Dane, the running back of the year honors in the Big Ten. Then J.K. Dobbins was perhaps his prized pupil, reaching 1,000 yards in all 3 of his seasons and declaring 2,000 in 2019. Over his first 6 full seasons with the Buckeyes, pandemic season aside, he produced 6,000-yard running backs for that university. Again, the game recognizes game. Props to his jibs. He's results-based. You can't knock the hustle. But they can, and they will. And now them beating Michigan has become an obsession. And it's a running joke. Anytime you leave Cincinnati and you're going right up toward Columbus and you got to go through Dayton, people say you can lose any game on this schedule. You just can't lose to Michigan. And now you've upped the ante. So, hey, look. To the victor goes the spoils. I want no part of that. I want no part of that crazy just ridiculous fest, and it is going to be what it is. One more story on the docket. We got that to cover, kind of go over Derrick Henry, and we'll be back. This is Big Vern at App Stupid.